So when I was in college, they used to have this thing called Dooley's Ball, and my school was not athletic whatsoever. We had athletic teams, but they were D3, the bottom of D3. Like, they could probably lose to most high schools. So D3 teams, so there was no school spirit around the mascot Swoop, which is an eagle.
That's a cool ass mascot.
Yeah, that's very
cool. Yeah.
I know, that's a very awesome
D3 shit Swoop.
Instead, we got the informal mascot, which is Dooley, which is a skeleton. This isn't a cool skeleton. This isn't a misfit skeleton. This isn't like anything awesome. This is just a guy in a skeleton costume with a top hat, spats, a cape, and a cane.
So he's like Dead bumper sticker.
Yeah, not even like eat your face skeleton. It's like a very gentlemanly skeleton that would come
like
to
when
your...
Mr. Peanut died.
Yeah, exactly. And he would come to, and the whole thing was that he'd come to classes and he had bodyguards because back in the 1960s, and they were all just like the wussiest bodyguards
He doesn't
ever.
have a body.
Because skeletons
don't need bodyguards.
No, so they got
a shit job,
in the 1960s, a bunch of Georgia Tech kids kidnapped Dooley, hogtied him, and threw him in the Chattahoochee River. So this kid got thrown in the Chattahoochee River.
Wow.
So they decided
They moved on to lynching skeletons.
to counteract that, they gave him bodyguards, and the bodyguards were all the kids in like student government or like just like not even like
Weaklings.
Totally.
The kids who gave campus tours for free.
Yeah, the campus tour kids. Exactly. Like, yeah. They got to protect Dooley, and Dooley's like identity was a secret.
Why is he a skeleton?
I don't know. Okay, I have no clue where the hell this came from. It's stupid. We're establishing that this is stupid.
This is really stupid.
I know. So every year they had this thing called Dooley's Ball, and it was they'd have Dooley's week. Sister Hazel would perform every Dooley's week.
Yeah.
But they had Dooley's Ball, which was a costume party. And the high point, the crescendo of the Dooley's Ball, the climax, if you will, was Dooley would make an appearance and address the school. And he would come in some sort of elaborate way, like on a helicopter or on a horse.
How are you guys not
or
into
something
this?
like this.
This is a fucking skeleton that has dances and comes in a helicopter.
I like the fact he has his own Praetorian Guard.
I know. A Praetorian Guard with a bunch of Melvins.
That's amazing.
Just like, yeah, I'm the head of student government. I'm not going to give your club money.
I mean, if we're being honest, I'm just picturing La Parka, and he's carrying the chair.
It's not even La Parka. That would be awesome. So they did this every year. So,
what would Dooley say? Like when you put your hand in a bunch of goo that used to be your best friend's face?
No, it was even cool stuff. It's like new things are coming. We're building a new building, a new set of dorms. Yeah, it's just dumb stuff. So what happened was me and my friends, we decided that we were going to make a Dooley costume, get an amazing entrance, and show up right before Dooley.
Yes.
And hijack that shit.
Yes.
And originally we were going to rent a Bentley and show up in this Bentley convertible. Unfortunately, the plans got kiboshed because Elton John decided to rent the Bentley. So
one Bentley in Atlanta.
The one Bentley.
There's only one Bentley.
It was the cheapest Bentley in town. The cheapest Bentley rental in town. We were on a budget.
So it was Elton John, apparently.
I guess so. You would think so, but he got priority, I guess.
Yeah.
We said it was for a university thing. We got a student discount.
Dooley and the Jets.
Yeah. So what happened? So what we did was we found a bunch of people with black SUVs, and we did like a fleet of SUVs, like Secret Service style.
Wow.
And what we did was we found out when they were coming. We had an inside guy who called us, and they're like, Dooley's showing up at 10:06.
Yeah.
So at about 9:59, we jumped in the car, lived right down the street from campus, and we went inside of campus and cut Dooley off at the pass. And we got out, and we came out, and everybody's like, "Yeah, it's Dooley!" But it's me in the Dooley costume and 5 of my friends. But the problem is that my 5 friends aren't the Melvins that are the normal bodyguards. These people are fucking scary. They're just like muscular and big, and they can eat these bodyguards for breakfast.
Yeah.
We showed up and people were like, "Oh, we're taking pictures." Yeah. And then Dooley, the real Dooley, shows up in a fleet of SUVs, black SUVs, right behind it, and everybody's just like pissed, like all the people, because the bodyguards are just like, "What is this? What is this?" Da, 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 da. When Dooley made his address, we like showed up. And we had our own PA system, and we challenged Dooley to a dance contest to figure out who the real Dooley is. And it was like you got served. Essentially, the last thing he said was that, "Dooley, you're gonna get served," and like they just booked it. Like they booked it, and then I got like flanked by just like 47 people just booty dancing me in this Dooley costume. I don't know who they were, men, women,
it's
everybody.
Like a good time.
Yeah, and
so we were the anti-Dooley.
We were the anti-Dooley.
You won. Anti-Dooley won.
Anti-Dooley won, and the school covered it up. The school administration contacted.
You're leaving this on.
Administration, the president of the goddamn university contacted the student newspaper because the trustees had heard about it and got pissed off, so they weren't allowed to mention anything about this.
So there's no proof of this.
There's no proof of it. There's one video. My friend has the video of it.
Oh, there's that little scam.
Yeah, and then there's pictures on Facebook that circulate from that time where people are posing. And they're just like, "Yeah, posing with Dooley." It's me.
That's cool.
It's me.
The anti-Dooley.
It's me.
Dooley, dude. And they covered it up. There's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
They rewrote history.
This is from, this is 2012. It says Dooley imposters make appearance, cancels class.
Yeah, that's the fake. We showed it up
Dooley.
full board, like the costume, full force
with full force.
Yeah, and we had the full costume. We did it just straight to like we mimicked it exactly because we were an arts group, so we did have artists that could make the costume.
Right.
So it was just straight up like the same exact thing, and like I was
scared.
I was blotto, dude. I was sweating like because what I had because I wanted to cover my face. So I had a stocking cap on and then pantyhose over my face and then this mask. So I was sweating bullets and I was already pretty drunk because it was, it's college.
So goddamn dehydrated.
Oh yeah, I know. I was going to pass out. It was ridiculous. And the thing was that I didn't think about it at the time. And I probably would have gotten arrested if I thought about it. The cane that I was walking with had a sword. Oh, shit. So if I really wanted to take it up a couple degrees, I could have whipped the sword out and been like, "Yo, Dooley, you want a duel? Have a Dooley's duel here." But
Dooley
no,
Dooley's.
it didn't. Yeah, that was and I remember distinctly there was one guy I knew him, and he was like the Dooley's guard. And he was just in my face the entire time because we were right next to them, like just following them step for step. And this guy's like, "Fuck you," all this sort of stuff, just talking trash.
Fuck you up.
Yeah, and I look because he's like some nebbish guy.
He's the guy who gives a shit about.
Yeah, he's the guy that gives a. This guy cares. He's one of the 10 people that actually cares because nobody else cares. Everybody cares about the free beer.
Yeah.
And I just turned around and I just like looked over. I was like, "I'm gonna fuck you up." And he was just like, "Oh God, it's Pat," like he just yelled it out. Like,
well, now, boy, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head and cry. Well, hang down your head and cry. Oh boy, you're bound to die.